All right. And we wanted to start. What's your name?
My name is Markel Raybon.
Okay. And are you from San Francisco?
Born and raised
Okay. What part?
in the Fillmore area,
Okay.
Western Addition.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah. And my family grew up in Hayden Ashbury.
Yeah, I used to live up there too.
Oh,
Also, yeah,
nice, nice.
definitely did some
So you
like
might even
stomping up
know
in
him.
there. Yeah, and it's not that big of a city, but it's big enough, you know.
Yeah, it's a
It's
small
good.
world, man. Shoot.
Yeah.
How did you get in the situation that you are in right now?
The situation basically that I'm in right now is I'm not so much as homeless, but I'm houseless. Um, it happened to me because I was working and I didn't make enough income at the time to house me and my family, which was my wife and my two kids.
Uh-huh.
And so I went to try and ask for some housing help and support. And while waiting, they told me it was better for us to go into a shelter to get some better status for being able to upgrade the living accommodations that I had. So I went into the shelter and it didn't work out. She stayed with her mom, inevitably, like with the kids, and then as time went on, I just ended up staying outside, and she stayed at home. But the situation never changed for me, like to where I got a better status on like getting housed or never getting like Section 8, like a voucher like that. It never happened for me. So I just ended up being outside. And a lot of my friends, since we grew up outside, it wasn't that bad of a transition for me. So
Yeah.
it was something that I had already been doing anyway. So it just came natural, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I don't recommend it. You know, people try and have like reasons to be homeless like myself. Had I stayed working, which I was working at the time, but I lost my job, and at the same time, it was like trying to have the financial means to live in San Francisco at the time was,
It's hard, man.
and man,
It's expensive as hell out here.
it's even more right now.
Yeah, man.
It's even more right now. It's growing even more by the day, you know.
It is. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts, man.
And I don't know too many people that make that kind of money to do that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If somebody was willing to give you a job right now, would you hop on that?
I like to say yes. I like to feel like I'm job ready right now, but I know I've been utilizing drugs and stuff on the streets. I haven't been used to working, so you have to get your body and your mind back work ready, you know what I mean? I feel like I have been still active in the streets and not totally out of the loop with working. I think I could go back to work, but there's some things I need to clean up about myself first that I like to do before I went
Some
on
mental
somebody's job.
prepness. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to get some of my health issues cleared back up first, and then get my head back right onto like that's what I want to do solid. I want to be working. I don't want to just waste somebody's time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
I
already
definitely
been a lot of wasted time already out here. You know.
All right. And so when you're out here, do you have like any kind of activities or any drugs or drinking or anything that you do to cope to help you get through the day by day?
To be honest with you, I have a knack I picked up while I've been out here, which kind of keeps my mind from kind of wandering off. I make pipes and bongs.
Oh,
So
okay.
the more intricate that I kind of can see it into becoming, the more it helps me to stay like busy. And I like doing that a lot. I spend a lot of time doing that, especially because I smoke weed. And then, with the growing rate of marijuana right now, it's kind of a good thing to do, but I don't want to be known for just making pipes and bongs, you know. But it's a good hobby craft to do.
I bet, especially in this city.
Man,
There's a lot of people either smoking crack or weed, and either one
you
uses
can
a pipe.
smoke. Yeah, it's either.
So you're gonna get money from it.
That's very true.
That's a smart hustle.
It's a lucrative thing, but you know what? I tell you that you just don't want to be totally engulfed in doing that though. You don't want to ultimately just be known for just making pipes and bongs.
Yeah.
I like to do it because of the hobby behind it, and I like to do it for the mind of it, but I just don't like the exposure that it always gets from doing so. That's about it.
I understand.
Yeah.
And let's see. So, have you tried reaching out to your family any time recent? Do you have plans to maybe or?
Well, most recently, in the last week, I made a huge change to my life. I stopped using crystal methamphetamines, and so with that, it's been kind of a new thing for me because I never thought that I would ever stop, and so now that I've had that revelation to stop, and I've lost the taste for it. I went, I contacted my family and I let them know. They weren't truthfully as happy about it, as stoked as I was, but it's not for them. It was for me to have a better life that I feel like I deserve in the long run. But yeah, I ultimately did it because my daughter told me she wanted me to do something to clean my life up so I could be back in her life. And so, yeah, that was the starting box. But ultimately, I like the better feeling that I have with myself, though.
Yeah,
and it's been pretty cool.
Good feeling of accomplishment, overcoming a hard, a steep.
I didn't obstacle. Honestly, I didn't believe that I could. I didn't really believe in my own word that it was possible until it happened to me, and I could see someone right in front of me still using, and didn't have that taste anymore. Like I didn't have the urge.
You were stronger than you thought.
Well, I just didn't know that my word meant something to me like that again. Like, or still, I don't want to say again, but I didn't know that my word, I still value my word like that to myself. And so when the time came that it happened for me, I just been standing on that. And so far, it's been planning on looking back. So far, so good. I mean, it's been all right.
Man. All right.
Hey, boss. So how did you get introduced to crystal?
The first time I used crystal, man, I was at a party and someone asked me if I wanted to do a line, and I was like, sure, no biggie. I had never done it before, and mostly it was all like peers because people were around and they were doing it, and it was like just trying to be cool and fit in, and I took the first line, and it burned, of course, like you expect, I guess, but I didn't know what to expect. But me, I like the rush of like having all those thoughts like flourish in my mind, just everything racing like that. It was at first it was that way for me, but as I continued to use the drug, I found out that it made me slower, like more. Marijuana pumps me up like what crystal would do, and crystal slows me down like what marijuana does.
Kind of had the opposite effect of when it did when you first started.
When it first started, and so now it's become like I just know the two different results for as opposed to when I first started, and it was just like a rush to be like, yeah, I got all these thoughts and I can go try and do all this stuff. You got all this energy, but and I look at myself now and I think about it, I'm like, man, I know myself, I'm not that young.
Yeah.
And I can't do all those things. But you just have to kind of keep your mind to remembering, hey, you've done all this stuff that, A, B, and C, and D before. And so you don't have to try to repeat it or try to make up for it. So yeah, it was just my peers around me and just wanted to be cool in the in crowd. I tried it and I knew that I didn't know that I had a dopamine inside me like that. You know what I mean? Like that hunger that was I could not use like my friends and then just not go use again. I had something inside me that was like I always wanted to use, and so I didn't know that until I used it.
Stronger than you thought it was.
Yeah, it was a lot more stronger.
Damn.
Very much more. Man,
right,
definitely.
Man. And if there's anything that you want to say to the world that's watching, any kind of message, anything?
I would say, like this, man, it's us against them. Like, people, well, when I say us, I say people who are now aware. With the awareness, now you can start to do a lot more things than you probably were able to do when you weren't aware of how big the problem was. Me now, I can see and know just in this little week's time that I've been off of drugs, I can see a lot of things that I had as my flaws, and I'm looking forward to see a lot more, but it just wasn't apparent then. And I think it just takes some for you to grab hold of something that you care about enough, and just run with that. You know, I'm just thankful that my daughter told me the real light. She wanted me to do something better for myself and challenge me. You know, so hey, if you got people in your life like that, listen to hear what they're saying. You know, that's about it.
Definitely.
There's just not
That's
too
what
many people who
family's
care
for.
about. Yeah, that's right.
That's what family's for. They tell you before you go out to the real world.
That's right.
And then before you look like a fool in front of everybody else,
They're
they're
supposed to.
the first people to tell you.
They're supposed to.
Don't get discouraged and don't
That's
get all
right.
mad.
Yeah.
I used to do the same thing when I was young too. I know how it feels, brother.
Man,
But the power of family is everything, brother.
man, family is everything. I'm just trying to make sure. I just don't want them to be, mad or ashamed of me as much as I've been ashamed of me anymore. You know, so I'm just trying to walk on it one more day at a time, man. I've been feeling good about it, and
Yeah, man.
trying to do it for my daughter, man.
Well, it seems like you got a good head on your shoulders, man. You got your head straight, man. You know what you need and want to do now. And
I need everybody, man. I need everybody's help. I'm drawing it from everybody. I'm not gonna say I can do it by myself. I know I can't do it by myself.
We'll be back in this area and we'll check on you guys, see how you doing, updates, because I know the people in the comment section is probably going to want to know too,
That's right.
how you be doing now. And
Right on.
they're probably going to be happy to hear what you just said, how you trying to motivate yourself to just keep doing better based off what your family and your daughter said, and all that. And I wish you the best of luck, man.
Thank
and
you, man.
like I said, we'll be around. We'll check in on you. And thank you so much for your interview and your time, man.
Thank you guys for coming out, man. Y'all concerned.
All right, man. Let's get some of this pizza, man.
Let's eat.